All right, guys, Thanksgiving Day, we're on our way over to Lake L, and gonna get my girl loaded up here, and we'll be on the way. I won't be filming her in the car, so we will get there and see if we can't get on some fish. I have that Joby rigged up. I want to try to throw it 3 ways. Way number 1, just like it is. Normal way, the ridges on the bait on the top. Number 2, I want to flip that bait around so the blue is not showing, but the pumpkin color is. And then number 3, if those 2 ways don't work, I'm gonna dip that tail just a little bit of spike it. So, see you about the lake. All right, guys, I am here at Lake L. Finally made it. I have 3 rods, and my one has our 1 bait on there, a Joby. I think it will do quite well. But I have my cart, and I'm gonna bring a crank rod with a lipless on it just in case they seem to be a little frisky. So we'll see. Hey, Maggie. Hey, Maggie. The wind looks pretty good. The water level is extremely high. So we're gonna get all this hooked up and get out on the water. All right, guys, we're out here on the lake, and the plan is I'm going to take my Joby and head over to that channel. It's not really as windy over there. I think that I'll have a really good chance in finding some bass. I'm gonna work the bank over here and see what happens. It is a beautiful Thanksgiving Day, and I could not be happier to be out on the water. Let's see if we can find some fish. So I have my bait on my 7.2 medium heavy rod, and I'm throwing a 12-pound line, and just throwing it, holding my rod tip up, looking for any movement on top of the water. I know they're here. I know they're here. Probably on the mouth. They're hanging out. Alright, so here we are in the cove. I want to make a long cast into that brush. I know it's there, and I know there are bass hanging out. Right all underneath here, there is brush everywhere. And I know they like to hang out in that brush. So make a long cast and just slowly pop and hop it through that cover with this 4-inch Joby. Nothing there. So I'm going to throw literally right in the dam. The beaver made a dam right here. I'm going to throw that bait right on top of all that brush. Ooh, these fish are being stubborn. It's alright though. I'll try over here. Oh yeah. Good spot. Good spot. The key for today is to try different ways to fish the bait. And right now, it seems like they don't really want a big meal. Something small, finesse. This technically is a small bait, but it's a lot bigger than what I used last year. So I think I might take the fins off. A little smaller profile. And let's dip that tail. The water is kind of dirty, so maybe a little bit of color on that tail will make it look like a bluegill. A little bit more flash. So let's try it in there. See what happens. Don't want my rod getting hung up in a tree. So clearly, I'm not really finding much here in the cove. I hadn't really thought about taking off the fins until just now. So, go way on back there. That is a fish. Oh my gosh, got hammered. Oh, I had one. Dude, I got slammed. I got thumped hard. Holy smokes, look at my bait. Smoked. I took the fins off and I added some colorant, garlic scent. Maybe that is the key with the goby right now at this time of the year. Wow, that bait got hit hard. I like the idea of being able to swim it. I like the idea of being able to throw it with a weight pegged into a really heavy cover. And you can throw it a lot of ways. The thing that I have found is when you have a bait that's not working, don't give up on the bait completely. Try to modify that bait. Try to figure out what they want. Do they want it fast? Do they want it slow? Do they want it swimming on the bottom? What color? Because right now, all I'm doing is throwing in a really heavy wood on the bottom and popping it up over those logs. And that fish frickin' slammed it. So, with knowing that now, I may go hit the other side of the lake. But we are kind of not in the wind, so I'll try right here. All right, so I'm out here on the main lake along the wall, and I'm gonna throw up into the grass and the weeds and the brush and see if I can't find at least one fish. Then I can move on. Got one. Didn't ever know I had it on there. Smoked it. Hold on. There we go. Pretty. No giant, but a fish is a fish. Right where I'll put my boat in. How ironic. So, the bait will work where I live here in Carolina. It will catch fish. And it was in cover right where I put my boat in. All right, we are going to creep back in here, back to the cove, straight back, and see if we can find one more on this 4-inch smart baits Joby. Ever had too good of a cast? That was one of them. I threw it right where I wanted it, but too close. Like in the bush. That ain't coming out. Not cool. Maybe I can grab it from down here. It's only a $30 rod anyways. But I cannot replace the pole. Oh, I got it. Wow, the hook was literally just around the branch. Talk about a good knot, jeez. Good knot, good line. Man. And I'm in a good spot as well. So I will make the most of it. finally. Got one. Finally. Finally got one. On the little old ridge bug. Finally got one, guys. Pretty fish. One right under the boat. Biggest one of the day. Heck yeah, dude. Swimming it. So the cool thing is, I have the bait sideways. It's not hooked normal. So when I am swimming it, the tail is actually vertical, not horizontal. So it works really good. Heck yeah. I'll show you on the big camera. Nice. The bite turned on later on in the day. What a pretty fish. Number 2 on that bait. That fish is cold. So I'll show you what I mean. This little grub, I have it so the tail swims like this, not like this. And both of those fish have come on the bait. I was actually swimming it under the boat. So it's moving like this. And that fish just came out of nowhere and hammered it. Twin tail grub. Very, very finesse. I'll take it all day, baby. Alright. The only problem is we are in the sun now. So, if I get one on the line, it's going to be right in their face. The thing that I find really, really interesting is when I actually threw this bait for the one bait I did on it, I was doing the same thing, swimming it parallel to the shoreline. And that fish came parallel to the shoreline. All right, well, that's my cue. I tried. I got my line caught up in a tree again and ended up breaking it off. So we're gonna head back in and get some chow. I hope that you enjoyed. Whew, man, what a great day. We got some bass on the lines. We had a great time. And now it's time to chow. You're ready to eat? I'm ready to eat. The view, does it get any better than this? Thankful for my wife, my kids, my health, my house, my car, my truck, my boats. I'm thankful to have a great life, and I'm thankful to have y'all in my life. So I hope that you learn something from my videos, and I hope that you take something away from my channel, that I'm not just some guy who wants to make videos about angling. For me, being outdoors is therapy, and quite frankly, I don't know how I would function if I was not able to fish. So, I love you guys, and we'll see you next week. The new merch, the Slime Donkey Old School, is going away, and get ready for new gear that you can purchase at an extremely stupid price. Love you guys. Have a great night. Have an amazing Thanksgiving. Peace. This wagon is a lifesaver. Probably the best 40 bucks I ever spent. Go get you one. Might come in handy when you're going to the water.